one. What's up, everybody? Commander Josh Hawkins here. Welcome to the Brocast. That's right, it's Sunday, it's 3 p.m. It's that time once again for us to do something incredibly boring. I am joined, of course, by my fellow co-hosts, Commander Turgeon Starstone.
Good evening, folks.
And Commander Greytest.
Hellonium.
As today we attempt to join up with the Enigma Expedition at 46 Upsilon Sagittarii.
And that's not boring, that's a lie.
Yes, that's true, it's a lie. You're watching the greatest live stream this side of the galaxy, and today we will try to entertain you with our wit and...
That's more like it.
Yes, and of course our efficiency, as we make our way towards the... what is this, the second or the third waypoint of the expedition?
That's the third one.
The third waypoint of the Enigma Expedition. This is somewhat, 1,500 some odd light years out of the bubble. So I am already on my way over there. I'm going to be... and guess what? We did the stream properly this time. It's actually streaming at the very beginning of the show.
Are you sure? Are you sure about this?
I'm pretty sure we're live.
Yeah.
Double check.
I'm double checking. Well, I see a whole bunch of people in chat. Great to see all of you guys.
So annoying yesterday.
Oh my! Yesterday, last
week.
week. Well, it feels like yesterday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Great to see everyone here.
Went by fast.
Happy Sunday. Happy Brocast Day. Yes, boring, says General Ghost. Welcome to the Brocast, General Ghost. You know what? I think I've started to take everything General Ghost says and just automatically, reverse it in my head, and then he's actually a productive member of our community. Let's go ahead and switch over to the game here. I am already on my way jumping over there. Just a quick reminder, I'll have Greytest fill us in on what exactly the Enigma Expedition is in just a second, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things today as well, including an update on, Distant Worlds 2, and an interesting post by none other than our very own Commander Tokoso. So...
Ooh.
Greytest, since we're already on the way over to 46 Upsilon Sagittarii, and we'll have you tell us about the expedition.
I'm already here.
Well,
you're still on the way.
I know you're already there. I'm on the way. For anyone who wants to join in on this, we're in the J. Hawkins private group right now, just for the trip over there. You can certainly try and catch up with me and see if you can match me sector for sector here. And of course, once we get there, there's going to be a big meetup of... how many commanders are on this expedition?
Currently, we're at like 472 people signed up on EDSM, but I'm sure a couple or more are with us that are not signed up on here. So probably around 500, 600, 700, who knows?
That's pretty fantastic. So hopefully we'll have a big group meetup and some interesting footage to show you right at the end of the show.
It's actually the second biggest expedition now in Elite Dangerous, which is mind-boggling for something that basically was created in like a week.
Almost on the fly, yeah.
Oh, pretty much on the fly, yeah.
That poor fly is supporting a lot of commanders. All right. Well,
feels like it when you look at the servers.
It's like half of Elite Dangerous is on this expedition, or on top of the fly. Poor little fly. All right. So if you want to go ahead and just give us a quick heads up as to what this expedition is all about and why we're doing this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Well, we've talked about it last week a little bit, but I'll certainly say it again for people that haven't caught up with it. The Enigma Expedition is for and with a Commander Dove Enigma 13, who has been fighting cancer for like the last 3 years, and it's not exactly looking too bright for him. So he expressed on Reddit first, and then later, in general with the community, the wish to make a trip to Colonia as long as he can, and to be remembered in the game. And that made its rounds around the Elite Dangerous community. I'm sure you've seen my announcement there on the Brocast Discord as well regarding that story. And it made enough rumble that in the end we decided to make an expedition out of it and to make a big event and, fly along with him. And that got rather big. And now it's the Enigma Expedition with like almost 500 people joining in.
And here we are. flying over there right now to join up with them.
By the way,
I
you
will
probably don't have it set up.
link in chat.
I was just about to say that you probably don't have it set up, Josh, but we do have a charity going. That charity is not for Commander Dov Enigma himself, because he didn't express like any need of support in financial terms. But we did set up a charity for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, yeah, to just support other people that are fighting with cancer as well, especially children and their families. So you can donate there. It's a good cause. We already crushed our first goal, which was £1,500. We crushed it like 1 or 2 days ago. So Commander Plater, who set up that charity, now raised it up to like, I think, 2,500k, and we're up to 1,800.
Yeah.
1806. There you go. Is what we're currently at, and it would be awesome if you would chime in with a couple of bucks as well.
So there you go. Link is in the chat, everyone. If you'd like to donate and help an excellent cause, go ahead and click on that link for the Just Giving charity donations. General Ghost has put a link in there. I'm just going to, or not a link, a comment in there. I'm just going to quickly comment on. He says, Commander Il Mostro has kindly asked to give a shout out as it's his/her birthday. So happy birthday, Commander Il Mostro. And
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Commander Il Mostro. Happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah, of course, saying, just to know that his progress isn't updating on EDSM. Yes, I do know that, because I actually uninstalled ED Discovery the other day because it was eating too much on my SSD.
What you can do is you can also manually upload your to EDSM, and that will also update your progress on the expedition.
But I actually gave up trying to upload my ancient logs to.
No, I didn't upload. Like I don't have all my logs here anyhow, because I'm on a different PC.
Three drives, and going back to about 2.1. So
I noticed that my logs take up like 50 gigabytes on my hard drive. It's crazy.
Like the
those are amazing.
EDSM?
The journal logs.
Really? Wow.
Those have nothing to do with EDSM per se. EDSM just uses those logs.
Oh, you're talking about the Elite Dangerous logs.
Yeah, but I think you have to activate them like manually, or at least that's how it used to be. I think back in the days you had to like enable verbose logging in a config file somewhere to enable those logs. And that's been going on for like 2 years with my account, and it's up to 50 gigabytes now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually bad, because I have Elite Dangerous. I moved to my SSD and was wondering why it's like 90 gigabytes, even though the base game should only be like 16. And it was those logs and a undeleted beta install.
Oh, damn. Why am I looking at the system map? What am I doing?
I don't know. It's probably your tick again, that you cannot not look at the system map.
I cannot not look at the... Wait, I cannot not look? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You have to look at the system map.
Hold on, my joystick is doing something weird, as is normal, as you can see. It's rotating around here. Let's see if I can't fix that. Okay, cancel properties.
Yeah, ED Discovery talks to EDSM. You can get them to talk to each other and share logs and do all that kind of thing. So EDSM should record your progress on this.
It has a great deal of functionality.
You have it, set to talk to ED Discovery, which mine, as I say, currently isn't. So yes, I'm out there, but I'm invisible.
I did talk to Anthem, though. He did say that ED Discovery doesn't quite have the whole functionality regarding the... I think he made some recent changes to EDSM to display things like your role that you take in the expedition and your ship that you're flying on EDSM in the roster on the expedition. And I think ED Discovery doesn't fully support it. I think he told me that you need ED Market Connector to fully support all those features. But maybe that's an old information, and maybe he already figured it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
How many people in chat are already at the waypoint for this this expedition that we're going to right now, 46 Upsilon Sagittarii. Let us know
most
in
of them
chat.
should be, since the meetup time has been 10 minutes ago, but I bet many of them still are there.
Well, there are the US ones as well. They have a later meetup time. So the actual US meetup time is 2200 Eastern.
Yep.
And the meetup time for UK is like now. So I'm assuming that some people are going to be hanging out there for a while.
I've seen people throughout the whole night yesterday, so there will always be somebody there.
Okay.
Scorb says he's still in Mammon. Do you know, I'm willing to bet that that's because he was spending days doing a video. Just a guess.
You say we might expect another video from a Scorpius soon, TM.
Yeah, and Machine.
That would be fantastic.
Machine's also...
Botomax is asking, are there any console private groups? Great test.
Yes, we do have one private group for PlayStation 4. What you want to do is send Commander "All Crows Are Black" with one word. All crows are black. I can put it in chat when I let me switch over real quick. You want to send him a friend request, or her rather. It's a woman. You want to send her a friend request, and she will get you into the private group.
That goes into our quotes.
What's wrong about that?
It's a woman.
It's just the use of "it's" at the beginning.
Oh well, that's
anyway.
That's
carry
probably
on.
a translation issue there, but whatever. She is a woman. All right.
That sounds better.
And if you're on Xbox, the Commander Black's Skull Coyote is the one you want to send the friend request to. Yeah. But you spell it with one L. I do not have the stream open right now. Can you put the names in there, Trojan?
Who have we got again?
Oh, Botomax is on Xbox.
All Crows Are Black and Black Skull Coyote.
So there you go, Botomax. You've got the two names that you need.
Those names are also in the forum post, and pretty much all the information surrounding the expedition you could need is in the forum post.
I'm fairly certain I left the link to the forum post in the description of the video as well, so you can just take a look just down below the video. I'll double check that right now, as a matter of fact. Let's see.
Black Coyote's 2 words, isn't he?
Yep.
No, that's also one big word. Black Skull Coyote.
Oh, oh, right, okay.
If you need the link to the forum post, it's in the description of the video. So just go ahead and check there, and you'll have everything you need. And it'll also show you the future locations. Now, Great Test, why are we going to this particular location? I'm curious. What was...
Because I told you so?
Oh! Oh,
well, that's actually really the reason behind it. The waypoints for this expedition was just me sitting on ED's star map for like 5 hours straight and just picking out interesting waypoints and seeing what kind of route works well to get some proper distances in between the waypoints and so on. And I just handpicked those. This
is a high G planet, just fair warning to anyone who's flying there right now. A couple of commanders have already had some issues there. In fact, as you can see on my screen, Commander Lily, who I'm winged up with and who is already there, I believe, yes, 46 Upsilon Sag, has just sent a message saying, I'm stuck on a planet here. My Conda can't get up in this gravity. Stuck here. Conda can't fly up. So, I would guess, and I don't know if this would actually work, but if you just point the Conda up, hit boost, and then try to super cruise, would that not get you up and out of...
It should, I think.
What you're supposed to do on a high G is you lift off and you keep the up thruster permanently pressed up and just tip your nose up slightly above 0 and full accelerate, and you'll gradually lift up as long as you keep the up thruster and just above 0 with your full thrust.
And if you still can't get your Conda up, there are pills for that. Just saying.
Yes, there are. Get the blue paint job.
So, hopefully Commander Lily can get up off the planet. But you may want to stick around there for a little while. Speaking of paint jobs, oh, of course I can't. What is it? Control-Alt-Space. There we go. But I don't know how to rotate the camera around now because all my key bindings are screwed up, so forget it. I can't even go to external camera. Maybe when I get there, I'll fix up my my key bindings for the external camera and show off my funky blue paint job.
Goes quite right with his tip there. Actually, if you're stuck on a nasty high G world, at the moment you can still do this because the game still exists in its Horizons and non-Horizons form. You just log out, log back in using the non-Horizons client, and it'll dump you out in orbit. So
there you go. It's kind of like breaking the Matrix a little bit, but hey, whatever. Breaks my immersion.
Yeah,
breaks my immersion.
Talking about that waypoint, it's pretty much a blue supergiant star, part of the constellation Sagittarius, and you can actually see it with the naked eye from Earth. So it's one of the bigger ones really out there. And the little special story behind our base camp is it's a huge impact crater that you can easily see from orbit. And it's called Stray Bird's Nest, after the stray bird, which was Commander Corbin Moran's asp, who touched down there first.
And that is the entire reason why I decided to go, is because I figured the hawk has to go to the nest. So I'm on my way. 37 jumps out.
There's an awful lot of birds involved with this. You got the all crows are black. You got Corbin Moran, of course.
We have Eagle Landing also coming up in the Eagle Nebula.
I will say that I am going to try and keep up with the expedition every Sunday. I'll see if I can do a little bit of jumping. We have a lot coming up in Elite Dangerous in the next couple weeks, I guess. Yeah, a couple weeks. The 25th is when the beta goes live. Speaking of beta, let's just talk about that real quick, since that's a big announcement. We were... I don't know if you ever got that set upgrade test to do the vote on what day we thought Q1 was going to go live.
I'm sorry, I have not, because I have been super busy. Even more because other things apart from the expedition popped up recently as well, namely the Distant Worlds 2 stuff that's going on and so on.
Unacceptable.
So, yeah, I know.
I just took him out of the chat room. He can't talk with us anymore. Let's see how long he figures that until he figures that out. That's what you get. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Did you just move me out of the green?
You put him live. You put him live.
I put you into the live room. I was like, that's it.
I just hear a bloop and suddenly silence. I was like, what's going on? What just happened?
You put him where we should be. So that doesn't really work.
I see how it is.
That's like kind of unacceptable grade test.
That doesn't work, does it?
You had one job to do, okay? One job to do. I have like
1,000 jobs right now, so give me a break.
No, unacceptable. Anyhow, yeah. So why
doesn't somebody in the comment in the chat section just pick Doodle or whatever the name is of those sites and set something up where we can do a vote on or a bet on.
We were gonna do this. We were gonna do like a bet on what day the Q1 content is going to go live, but it's kind of too late now. We know when the beta is going to start, so really there's only maybe a couple of weeks of beta at most before they go live, and then usually once the beta's down, it's like a couple of days. You don't think so?
I think the longest we had was like 6 weeks of beta, right? So it could be a bit longer still.
It's early in the year.
What for a slight graphical update and some behind the scenes Stargoid stuff that they're not going to show us? Yeah, they're going to let us test fly. What is it? It's not the crate.
I would say about end of February is my guess.
End of February? Okay, fair enough. End of February. I mean, that's a
February.
February. That's a pretty fair guess, I'd say. End of February. So yeah, so what are we going to get in here? Q1 update. I'm hoping that we get all of the things that we're expecting, which would be the updated planetary textures, well, at least the orbital planetary textures. So planets should have some diversity to them as well as different colors, and I don't think that's going to affect anything down on the surface. I believe we're also going to get access to the Chieftain, if I'm not mistaken. That Turgeon, you would probably know the name of that one. Yeah,
we should do. It is Chieftain.
Yep, yeah. Chieftain.
It is the Chieftain,
presumably named after the World War II English tank.
So we'll get the Chieftain to fly. That's actually a pretty cool-looking ship too.
It is, yeah. It will be very manoeuvrable. It'll be more I think it'll be a medium size. It'll be more manoeuvrable than most everything else.
New textures
That's
for
what
the
they
win.
said, yeah.
Darren Signal is asking, Josh, aren't you going to end up with both accounts well outside the bubble? Well, yes, actually I will, but hang on a second. There's a caveat to this. I think when I get to Colonia, I'm just going to self-destruct and pop myself back to the bubble. We'll see how many people.
Gonna chicken out.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do the whole trip back. I'm just not going to dock and self-destruct.
Neutron highway. It'll take you 2.5 hours.
Maybe we could even do it more fun. I mean, maybe what we could do is we can have, like, everyone bump me simultaneously with their ships and just, like, pop me, you know? Like, just swarm around and everyone just, like, bump me with their ships until I explode.
Yeah, now watch him having report crimes against me on and somebody gets a bounty on their head.
Well, Scorp was saying he's managed to get a bounty at Mammon at the moment because of his head.
Yeah, because his fighter pilot went rogue.
Yeah, I fired mine, actually. I fired my NPC pilot because she managed to get a 6,000 credit bounty on me for murdering a T9 somehow.
Blair
I was shooting the third lance that was shooting the T9, and, you know, it blows up, and the next thing I know, there's a bounty warning, and the woman's voice says, "Oh, things got a bit hairy there, Commander." And I thought, you just put a bounty on me, you tart. So I fired her. All I could do, I couldn't, like, tell the cops, it's her, you know, not me, her. So all I could do is just fire it.
Blair, all the money for exploration. I mean, yeah, why am I honking my discovery scanner if I'm just going to blow myself up when I get over there? I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's habit.
It's habit, yeah. It's muscle memory. My finger just twitches and pulls that trigger button. But it's also because I'm still looking to see if there's anything interesting to see here. I mean, I don't really care about the money. Why do I not care about the money? Well, because if anyone who's watched my streams will be able to tell you, I have nothing engineered. I really don't have a whole lot of money on either one of my accounts. I've been playing the game for, what, 3+ years, and I have probably 100 million credits to my name on both accounts. So.
Now, there's a cool name. I just found Commander Sol. S-O-L. That's amazing.
Nice one.
To snatch that name... Quite the feat. I also have a nameless commander here. It doesn't say commander, it doesn't say anything. It just says Asp Explorer. I'm pointing my nose right at him and I don't get a name. Instancing.
Instancing.
Oh, and Cookie is here. Hey, Cookie.
Keith Kerwin Jones says I could still sell before I blow up. I don't think so. I think if I dock and sell my exploration data and blow myself up, I will just end up right back at that same station, right? Or is there... Oh, wait a second. I could start in a Sidewinder at the starting system? Do I still... Is there that option? I mean, I don't blow myself up all that much, so...
Yeah, you always have the option to start in the Sidewinder in the starting system.
Oh, so I guess I could sell my exploration data before I self-destruct. I mean, maybe that would make more sense than not selling it? Yeah, sure. Okay,
Hopefully.
Well, in that case, I'll sell it. All right, you convinced me. I'll sell the data. I'm just stopping at this little planet here. I want to take a look at it. It's it had a little bit of color to it on the system map, which was odd, and it was spinning very fast.
Somebody in chat is going, Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's actually suitable for this planet.
I am also more than happy to blow myself up in any way that the chat deems the best. So if you guys want to sort of make suggestions on how you would like me to blow myself up, we can vote on them later.
Sacrifice him to a Thargoid.
Are there Thargoids at Colonia now? I don't think they've made it out that far.
There will be soon.
Will they? Do you think so?
Probably.
We'll see.
I guess
I think they will. Sooner or later, soon TM.
This planet actually looks a little interesting. Look at this one, Gray. How come this wasn't a waypoint?
I do not have your stream open. I do not see anything that you see.
It's just like a chocolate-dusted world. Leave it alone. Move. Go on.
It's got some really cool-looking craters on it, though. And it was spinning ultra fast on the system map, so it kind of stood out to me. Well, because most of the time, I mean, here, I got like 30 jumps left. 30 jumps. We got so much time. Oh my god, I can do that in 30 minutes. No, here, take a look.
You don't go. Must look at interesting.
No, look, really. I mean,
right.
most planets
It does look-
nowadays. Here's the system map. Most planets nowadays kind of look like this. They're like beige or light beige or white. This one here was actually a bit more orangey. Discovered by Tosile Nuciprey. I must be reading that wrong. Tosilinus prey. I don't know. There's a weird name there. Anyhow, yeah, let's move along. It's not that interesting, I suppose. I just wanted to see it. I just had to look.
It's a world to me. It's like when you put a thin coating of dark slip, clay slip on white slip, carve through it to make a pattern.
And you know what's amazing about exploration is no matter how far away from the bubble you get, you're still going to come across discovered planets eventually.
Oh yeah.
Here we are.
Every now and then.
What? Maybe 40 jumps, 30 jumps out already, and I'm still finding discovered planets out here. Every single one is discovered. It's amazing.
Yeah, if you find one that catches your eye, it's
yesterday I've already seen some excited reports of some newer commanders. Oh, I just found my first completely untagged system. That's so amazing! And I'm like, I remember those days.
yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I think where I am, I don't think I've come across a single discovered planet for a long time.
What's more impressive, though, is that things have reached that point where you have to go quite a distance outside the bubble before you actually...
It is truly incredible.
Impressive.
I want
to... I was telling Scorb the other day about... Because this Scorb is very much... This is the furthest I've been from the Shire, Mr. Frodo. So, you know... that's his exact words. His exact words. But I was telling him about how you get used to the M-class systems, that you just know without looking at the system map it's going to be an M-class and like 5 or 6 snowballs, and that's it. Just invariably, and you find that so often. And usually when you get out that far, just, you know, halfway between here and Colonia, it's 50-50 whether they'll have any tags on them at all.
And you know what? Look at this system.
We're so bored with them, nobody tags them.
So look at this system. Here's Commander Castiel. Commander Castiel, if you're in chat, let us know. Commander Castiel tagged all of these planets except for the very last one, which was only 2,500 light seconds out compared to 17 on the furthest one beside it. And then he's got a water world down here, 381,000 light seconds, and he didn't fly over to get it. Shame on you. You call yourself an explorer? Oh my god.
Depends. If I'd found that system, it would be 50-50. If I'd bothered to scan the primary stars ones, yes, I'd have gone out to the water world. But
look at this.
Depends what mood I'm in.
Look at this. Why didn't he go out to get that? I feel like I should fly out there right now and go and get it.
I'm more likely to have scanned nothing at all in that system. I'll have dropped into the system, looked at it, gone, how far out's that water world? Sod that, and just left.
I'm not going to fly out to it now just because I don't want to waste the time on the way over there, but shame on you. Shame on you, Castiel. Alright, so we've got the beta for Q1 releasing on January 25th. We will be doing a beta live stream broadcast, of course, on the 28th, I believe you said it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there is a possibility, of course, I mean, I don't have to tell anyone in here to join in on the broadcast on that day, because I'm sure you'll all be in here. And we'll be doing some beta stuff, of course, testing out the ships, looking at the planet textures.
And in fact, everyone will be able to join in, because this time around the beta will be available for both Horizons and non-Horizons people.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, isn't that
no
wonderful?
Excuses, lads. No excuses.
No excuses, and if you come and watch the broadcast on the 28th, we may or may not even have some giveaways for you guys. So make sure...
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're not going to tell you anything about that yet. Just saying. It's possible. Possibility. So make sure you're here for the 28th.
It's gonna be worth your time regardless, because what you are really here for is our beautiful entertainment.
Yes.
Right.
Beautiful
Right?
entertainment.
Give me some confirmation here.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of beautiful entertainment, I
where's
would
my
love
cricket
to
sound
ask
file?
you guys in the chat, because there's a lot of people that have been watching our show for a long, long time. So here's a question for all you guys in the chat, and all you gals in the chat, and all you people that are watching the show afterwards. I would love to hear in the chat what you guys enjoy about the Brocast. Tell us what it is that you enjoy most about the Brocast, because I'd love to hear it. I'm very curious.
Don't you have something better to do on a Sunday evening?
Seriously, people. Don't you? No, you know what? It's good to know. And then we'll never ask you what you don't like about it, so don't worry. I mean, you don't have to.
Oh God.
We don't need to know that.
I just received a direct message in game from Commander Delirious. I don't know if you've watched my recent streams with Commander Plater or Commander Paroxysm, but there's a certain meme going around on the internet right now with from that game VR chat, you know, where those little guys are running around. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? He does not know the way, and he just sent me a direct message. Hold on, I have trouble. Here you go. Do you know the giveaway?
Nice. Well done.
Good one. Thank you.
Yeah. Right
So
on.
apparently he's watching.
Yeah, that is one bizarre meme. Sonic Knuckles running around with this Ugandan
Yeah,
hybrids.
war chief, whatever.
Welcome to the internet.
Yep.
All right, let's see what chat says. Enjoy the banter, the ranting. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go scroll back up. General Go says he's in here for Josh dying in funny ways.
Fair enough.
Okay, that happens. Commander Machine says Shibuka. Well, unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, that was painful. That one hit right at home.
Yeah.
Not nice, man. Not cool.
Oh, he's here in spirit.
spirit.
He's here in spirit. He's here in spirit. The ranting, 41%. Well, actually, I wish I could show you guys the outside of the ship, because the name of this ship is more than 40%. So
It should show up in your top right-hand corner, right?
does it? Oh yeah, there it is. More than 40%. Top right corner. What the hell would I know? I've only been playing this game for 3 years. Don't ask me anything.
Says our sexy voices.
Oh,
yeah.
ooh. Can we get some music for that one?
Oh, you can have this. Is that not
that
loud?
was a little too quiet. I could barely hear that.
You can have it loud.
The banter and events, Josh's mishaps, my fabulous beard. Well, hey, listen, I'm Canadian. You got to grow a beard in the winter, otherwise you get cold. That's why I'm also wearing this big fleecy sweater, and I've got my feet on like a big, well, I don't know what it is, like a styrofoam thing here, because my
Josh,
floor is freezing cold.
Question there. What is your wife doing then to stay warm? Is she also growing a beard?
She's waiting for me to grow my beard so I could wrap it around her head.
I see.
Just strap herself onto the front and just like wear a beard as a hat. That would do nicely.
It was 7 degrees here a couple days ago. It was amazing. It was like spring in the middle of summer, in the middle of winter, and
Celsius.
Yeah, 7 degrees Celsius. It went from like...
Ooh, that's like super hot for you.
Dude, we were like minus 41 2 days earlier, and then it went up to plus 7 degrees, and then all the snow on the streets melted. Of course, none of the snow anywhere else melted. And then it literally went from plus 7 to minus 15 or minus 18 or minus 21, whatever it is outside. We had flash freezing.
Oh my God.
So everything froze back again, and then it dumped 25 centimeters of snow down on us yesterday. So I can't even see out my window. There's so much snow, it's literally coming up to the top of my window. And of course, like the little neighborhood that I live in over here, they don't plow the snow into trucks because the streets are too small. They just plow it all onto the front lawns of all the houses.
That's what they usually do here as well.
There's like mountains of snow. If you walk outside, and it's a beautiful...
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful, bright day outside right now.
If you're a little kid, that's the best thing.
Oh my
ever.
God, little kid! I wanted to take my wife to go build snow forts today, but she's not at home.
Yeah,
so
yes.
we bought her a pair of snow pants the other day, so she's all set for the winter. And I was driving back from Tim Hortons this morning, looking at these snow piles that are like, I don't know, 15 feet tall, and thinking, oh my God, it's perfect snow fort piles right there. And then I remembered I had to come in and do the broadcast, so I wasn't able to make a snow fort. So yeah, yeah, I know.
Sorry to ruin your Sunday.
Oh well, what can you do? The snow forts will still, you know, it's not going anywhere. Trust me. we'll have this until March, so no problems. Let's see what else do people like about the show? Banter, great bunch of nutters that I can relate to, says Commander Scorpius. Well, Commander Scorpius is definitely a proper nutter, all right. Part of the crew. Proper nutters. Oh God, don't get me started on that again. The Twitter.
Oh God.
Okay, yeah, we won't go there.
Shut it, or give you a slap, or give you a proper slap.
Proper slap. A proper
slap, yeah.
Pretty much everything. The gameplay, the back and forth discussions, the hijinks, the showcasing of new games, all that. Banter mainly, and wondering if Josh will ever switch his HUD from the default orange. It's never going to happen, okay? Never gonna happen.
No, I don't. Mine's fine.
I'll guess the human interaction. Ha. We've got you tricked that you think we're humans.
We at least one was convinced.
Yeah. Let's see. Turjana's guest appearances. Scorp says, no, not Turjana. No. Someone said I still want her phone number. Wait a second. Spooky wants her phone number.
Spooky's Turjana's biggest fan, didn't you know?
Oh my gosh. All right, what's this? Aquatic Borealis says, what the hell was that? Aquatic Borealis says, I lived in Montreal in '99 when Toronto called in the army to deal with a foot of snow. Meanwhile, the snowbanks in Montreal were above my head. Yep, that is pretty much the way that winters are in Montreal. And Toronto gets a fair bit of snow. I mean, they're pretty close to us here. I know they get a good deal of snow. But it would be...
In England, we need about 3 inches before they sort of like collapse and go, oh no, the world is ending. The world is at 3 inches.
It would be British Columbia that calls in the army. I lived out there. It snowed literally 3 centimeters. The only time in 3 years that I was there that it snowed 3 centimeters, and like the world came to an end. It was pretty incredible. Anyhow, my winter beard is coming in very nicely. Thanks for noticing, by the way. And I was debating shaving it before the show, but then I figured I'd be sitting here with a cold chin for 2 hours, so I said no.
Can't have that.
No, we can't have that. It's pretty common, though. Pretty common. You'll see a lot of beards in the winter in Canada. The only thing that's the only downside to it is when you go outside on a really, really cold day and you're breathing through your nose because you don't want to take a breath in. On your beard. Yeah, your nose, your mustache here just like gets ice. It gets all icy. It's hashtag Canadian woes. How far am I, do you think now? Let's see how many jumps away I am. Anyone on the surface? Sinclair Research needs a wing, please. Great test. Did Turgeon put you up to this 3.9G waypoint? Condos are falling out of the sky. Seen a couple blow up already.
It's raining ships already.
It's raining anacondas. Well, hallelujah.
You see, that's what happens when you fly a ship that's got a hull made out of unicorn farts, isn't it, really? you just
Pops like a balloon.
You should just fly a T10 and land it like it's a 0.09G world, because T10 doesn't care. It's the honey badger of landing on high G worlds. It just doesn't care.
Before the T10 breaks, it cracks the whole planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any T10s there right now?
What do you think made that impact crater, you know?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
I actually
why they
haven't
pack
seen one
creators there.
live yet.
But I mean, most of the people will be in the fleet, so I hope you have some luck with open as well. That there's some people there. Maybe some people will switch over for you in open.
Maybe. Hey, well, listen, I'm 20 jumps away, and we're only 40 minutes into the show. What I'd love to know is what are the events? Like, what are people doing at this meetup right now? Are they just meeting up? Are they...
I actually left that completely open, for one, because I didn't have much time to organize any events like races or whatever else. But... You know, it's people organize themselves. People come up with fun stuff. We had some, you know, SRV shenanigans going on all the waypoints. People are being creative, and people do have fun. So it works out even if you don't have an SRV race organized. And I do have some ideas that I might try to make happen on one of the next waypoints when we have another base camp. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Bounty Stickman's got the.
But for now, it's just people, you know, getting together, having fun.
All right.
Is it 111 or minus 111? 111. I don't know. I'm parked there. I'm not. I should actually run the game and see where I am.
I saw a comment much earlier in the chat. Someone was asking if I needed to go pee. If you're wondering why I'm shaking so much, my legs are shaking just to keep myself warm, because it's pretty cold. My floor is freezing, man. Like, seriously.
Oh my.
It is. My feet.
It's not doing the wee dance.
No, it's
Canada, just living in Canada.
That's right. It's Canadian. I'm burning calories is what I'm doing, because I'm getting too fat from sitting down at a desk all day long. So I'm burning calories. You know, it's interesting. They actually say that fidgeting, you know, like some people like twirl their hair, other people shake their legs, some people like drum their fingers. Apparently fidgeting burns like an incredible amount of calories in a day. I don't remember.
I used to be stick thin, and I was a terrible fidgeter when I was younger. Yeah.
Well, now I know why I'm not too fat either, because I'm not too bad, but I usually also do something all the time.
It's the dithery legs thing. You sit there with the legs dithering away.
That's just like shaking your leg. Someone should look it up. Someone in the chat want to look that up. Tell us, how many calories do you burn on average per day from fidgeting? I'm sure that's easy to Google and find a result. Because I mean, I remember reading it once, and I was like, holy crap, like, imagine that, just shaking your leg all day, which is kind of like a subconscious thing. You don't really think about it, and you're burning calories. It's a good lifestyle tips. Shake your leg. You're a little overweight, shake your leg.
007 has come online.
Well, I'm going to risk running the game and logging in. It's probably going to turn my sound thingy roboty. It always does. But I'm gonna run it anyway.
You can do it.
I'll just go robot.
Oh wow! Look at this system. Nobody's discovered it. Oh no! Commander Ruriak has discovered it, but he failed to scan the rest of the planets. Gosh, you guys. Shame on y'all.
I left about I don't know 2,500 systems like that on my way to and from Beagle Point. I mostly just scanned the star.
You wouldn't know most systems that I've been in, because I didn't even scan the star. I just ninjaed through them and hit the ADS.
Here, we've got some answers in chat here. B News says 300 calories, says the Iowa State University, and Blair F says up to 350 per day. 350
so that's like
calories.
What? 20% of your usual daily consumption is just from fidgeting.
That's 2 bottles of 7-Up. So I'm good. I'm good. I can drink this one. I won't get fat. Actually, it's like I'm drinking half a bottle.
A mystical cosmic warping bottle there. It's green, isn't it?
Oh. Oh, hold on a sec. I gotta take a look at that.
Yeah,
I kind of forgot about that.
You're
it's
space weird.
That's right. Oh, geez, I totally forgot about the green screen. Look. Ooh. It's a magical bottle of 7-Up. Awesome. Uh-oh. Darbles MA says, I had an accident.
Darblesma.
Darblesma. No, it's Darbles MA. Darbles MA.
It's just Commander Darb, right? Just Commander
Darbles is now at 42%. Hey, you can almost join the club. Come on.
What? I've logged in. Who have I got? I've got one contact on my list, and it's a type 10.
Turgeon, it wouldn't be a Brocast if I didn't butcher someone's name, okay?
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
7-Up bottle, but filled with unicorn tears, says Spatula.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only got one visible contact on my list where I'm parked here, and it's a T10. So there you go.
I'm almost there. I think I have like 15 jumps left to go. So let me take a quick opportunity to say hello, everyone. Welcome to the Brocast. My name is Commander Josh Hawkins, and I am joined by Commander Chinstacular, Grey Test.
Hellonium.
And the wonderful and graying-haired Turgeon Starstone.
Hello, boys.
What? What?
What?
What?
Nothing.
It's terrible.
Right.
It's terrible. You're watching the Brocast, the greatest Elite Dangerous live stream this side of the galaxy. This is a live show that we do every single Sunday from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you can join us again next Sunday, and you don't have to remember exactly when it is, because you'll get a little pop-up on your phone or your computer saying, come join the Brocast. And, of course, if you're watching this show after the fact, make sure to leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, and feel free to chime in and answer any questions that we're asking in the live chat, because I will respond back to them in the post-broadcast chat as well. It's almost like you're watching us live. Oh, what is this? We're going to Swio WA. We're 14 jumps away from 46 Upsilon Sagittarii. We are going there to join up with the Enigma Expedition on waypoint 3. Is it, Grey Test?
Yep.
On waypoint 3. We will be following along the expedition as best as we can with the Brocast over the next few weeks, save for some beta testing, of course, on the 28th. And if you'd like to join in on the Enigma Expedition, there's a link in the description down below. You can go ahead and click on that, read up on the expedition, find out what it's all about. Or you can go right back to the beginning of the show and watch it and we talk about it, or you can watch last week's show. And there is also a Just Giving link that Turgeon's going to put in the chat here in just a second if you would like to donate to a charitable cause, which is all part of the Enigma Expedition as well. You may go ahead and do so. Although we're not forcing anyone. You know what? We are forcing you. Everyone, donate now. You have no choice. You must give to the Just Giving causes. Okay. So here we are. 13 jumps out. Once we get there, there's a bunch of commanders. I think there's like 700 commanders on this expedition. We're going to meet up with them. We're going to hang out. We're going to chat. We're going to talk about it very shortly. I think when we get there, it'll be a better time to talk about Commander Takoso's post in Reddit, which I will very briefly mention right now. He put a post in Reddit with a considerable amount of time invested into it for Elite Dangerous crew concepts, and I believe these were for NPC crew members. Takoso, are you in chat by any chance? Let us know, because maybe we can drag you in here and have you tell us a little bit about this incredible post that you put in Reddit. And then we'll put a link in there as well for anyone who wants to go take a look and upvote it, and we'll talk about his concepts. So, buckyballing my way over to you guys, says Commander Ascorbius. Excellent. We'll see you soon, Scorb. I am curious how many people in the chat right now have watched Black Mirror. You guys watch that?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Netflix?
No? I only watched the original series. I haven't seen any of the Netflix ones. I watched
original series? What was this?
BBC.
Oh,
BBC years
really?
ago.
years ago, huh?
Before before Netflix said we like that.
What he's saying is he watched
strange
Black Mirror
ideas,
before
let's
it was.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is true. Actually, yeah.
It was so not cool when you watch it. Sorry. It's way cool now, though. Yeah, Black Mirror, pretty awesome. Only first episode, says Veiled Rover. Dave Conlon says first season. Bouncy Stickman says involving the Prime Minister and the pig. One of my favorite episodes, I gotta say.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. For those of you who have not watched Black Mirror, or if you've never heard of it before, you can find 3 seasons of it on Netflix. I don't know why the first season's not on there. I think there's only a couple of episodes of the first season. It is... There's no sequence to these episodes. Each one is its own unique sort of mini movie. And they all deal with technology, you know, like current and future technologies, and how our technology could be used in really weird and strange ways, or how it could affect our society in weird and strange ways. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone in a sense, but not really Twilight Zone. Would you say it's Twilight Zone-esque?
Well, an awful lot of the Black Mirror stories have a sci-fi edge to them. Yeah. So it's more Outer Limits than Twilight Zone, but yeah, it is definitely in that world. It's with a more cynical social twist.
Oh my God, yeah, and I mean, like, so many of them have social. They pretty much are all social twists. It's really amazing what they do. In season 4, which I just watched, one of them was very, very bizarre. Anyone who's watched them, it was. Gosh, what was it called? It was called Kill the DJ, I think. It's the one with, it's like a dating thing that's going on. Some weird dating rituals that's all controlled by, like, a central computer. I don't want to talk about it too much because, you know, there's big spoilers in some of these. You watch the show and by the end you're going, oh, weird. Very, very strange. But a lot of them have to do with, like, consciousness being uploaded into technology, or being able to tap into consciousness or memories with technology. And there's some really, really interesting concepts that they've come up with and made some incredible shows. So if you haven't watched it, you can go check it out. You don't have to watch them in any particular order either, which is great. So, you know, for people who just want to jump in, watch one episode, you don't have to feel like you're committing to 4 years or 4 seasons of shows, because you just pop in, watch one, and jump in, watch another one another time. They don't follow any particular order, but genius. Every single one of them is very well produced.
Yeah, for some reason recently I'm not too much into watching series. Like, I would occasionally have time for it here in the evenings, but I don't fancy just sitting here alone and watching a season of something.
General Ghost says Black Mirror is not an anime, so won't watch it. Well, that explains a lot right there. That explains a lot. So everything you know comes from animes, General Ghost? Is that it? It's the sum of all of his knowledge is from animes.
Wisdom in inverted commas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Is Greatest in Hamburger again?
I am indeed.
Look at this.
And I will be for another, till the end of January.
40 jumps out of the bubble and still every single system is discovered. Incredible.
So I'm currently... I managed to install Elite on my MacBook for Steam, but that only supports the non-Horizons version of the game. So I'm just, you know, tagging along for the sites and to be in Colonia at the end of the month, so I don't have to buckyball all the way out.
J-Rock Music asks, thoughts on Thargoids hitting non-Aegis stations, as I'm assuming he's referring to Obsidian Orbital. Well, J-Rock, I don't know if the Thargoid... I mean, this is my guess. The Thargoids clearly watch YouTube. They know that Obsidian Ant has talked about Aegis, so maybe they feel there's some type of connection there.
I'm not so sure Obsidian Orbital is completely without connections to Aegis either.
And that is also
when you consider
more likely
there's
true.
a certain individual who's perpetually asking us to pick up Thargoid materials and return them to Obsidian Orbital all the time.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might
the
think they
Thargoids
would make some
might
connection
just
there.
be a bit interested. Yeah. Which always puzzles me that. I mean, his base is in the system. Why does he want you to drop stuff off at Obsidian Orbital?
Because
and
not everybody has
house?
access to Horizons.
Well, that's the real reason. It's not good law reason. Probably.
Okay, sorry.
proper law
Forget what I
reason.
just said.
Can we talk for a minute actually about the beta video that was released for the Q1 update? We see in those videos those little crashed Thargoid scouts. And they appear to be functional and flying around. And yes,
they seem to be a little less crashed.
Yes, a little less crashed.
And a completely different design aesthetic.
Well, okay, so
we've seen so far.
I had
one might also, well, yeah, one might almost say it's the difference between Federal and Imperial ships. Might one?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, there's certainly different than the other
factions. Factions. Know what I mean?
We don't know that yet. I mean, that's a fantastic guess, of course, and a great assumption, but we don't know that yet.
We don't know that.
I mean, from factions may not even exist in their society. What David Braben was saying about the Thargoids is that he wanted to create something that was so not human that we wouldn't even understand the way that they work. So maybe they don't have anything like factions. Maybe it's a completely different concept, right?
They might not have done, but I think they've been contaminated by their first encounter with humans, and now they do.
That could be a possibility. My question was this, and I know that I'm fairly certain that it was just a visual play where they put the ship in front of the star, but imagine for a second when you look at that image, if the ship is actually that big and that's the mothership where the star was just tiny. It's like they're using the entire star for power. So what?
That's Lovecraftian species.
Right.
Yeah, that's Lovecraftian monsters, that is.
Humongous, like galaxy-consuming monsters, right?
Azeroth and Nyarlathotep, you're talking there.
Well, I mean, you never know. Imagine that.
Top Blazers, no, Premonition is canon, actually. That's the point about Premonition. It is canon. So what you're reading there, it is canon.
So we have seen the size of the Thargoid scouts. They're clearly much smaller than the other Thargoid ships that we've come across.
100 years ago.
Well, I mean, yes, but no, we saw the crashed ones look kind of exactly like the ones that were in that video. So, or not in. Well, yeah, there was one in the video, and there was a screenshot of them as well, right?
Scale of the ones in the video, that's true.
Fair enough. I'm going to assume that they're...
So they could be small.
Yeah, let's assume that they are. Okay, let's assume that these are the same model as the ones that we saw crashed on the planet's surfaces, which seems likely because, you know, they kind of hinted at it by the crashes, the same as we saw the Thargoid crashes, and now we're going to see them in action, same as how we saw the Thargoid ships come into action. So let's assume that that is the actual size of them. They're not particularly large. They're, you know, the size of one of these small to medium-sized ships in Elite Dangerous. What does that mean for the game? Obviously, we're going to get more combat. I'm assuming we're not going to get any type of dialogue or interactive things with the Thargoids in Q1, but you never know. It could be wrong.
I haven't given up hope just yet, but it's hard to stay faithful when there's no hint in that direction whatsoever.
No hints at all, and I don't think that they've started doing anything like that. But let's hope that we're proven wrong. I will be happy to be very wrong on that.
Yeah.
Assuming they are small to medium-sized Thargoid craft, we can then assume that combat is going to come to everyone, because now we'll have easier ships to fight. Maybe, possibly, maybe that will be something where they can start tying in, like, you know, 2 or 3 of these ships flying together, and you can go and take them on 2 or 3 at a time as an individual or a solo player. Because right now, soloing a Thargoid ship is only really possible if you have a pretty decently engineered ship, I believe, right? You're not going to go do that in a Viper or a Vulture solo. At least,
no,
not that I'm aware of. So, yeah, maybe it's going to bring Thargoid combat to the masses.
You've really got to use the T10 or the Unicorn ship, really.
What do you guys think in chat?
But yeah, I had an interesting high prediction the other day when I was doing a Palin mission.
Did you meet
biological material? You know, well, this is the strange thing, because I was carrying 4 units of biological material, which I'm assuming is like Thargoid bio waste. You know, so it's the same sort of job. Pick up 4 cans of Thargoid bio waste for us, please. Thanks very much. And I got high predicted, 1 jump back to Maya, high predicted, and I thought, oh shit, you're gonna, and they'll see, and they'll want their shit back from my hold. You're carrying shit, you know. But as it turns out, I jumped out into normal space, nothing. There was a high prediction, nothing, and there was just a wake. So
okay, interesting.
That was Bob. That was Bob.
Yeah,
I thought,
probably.
It must have been Bob. And he's gone, oh, sorry, it's you. Sorry, mate. I didn't realise it was you. Just off before I could see who it was, you know. I didn't mean to stop you, mate. Sorry. And he just left in embarrassment. But that's it was, an empty high prediction. I got high predicted.
Or maybe it was like a Thargoid ship with a troll face on it, you know, like, nah.
Or they said, oh, you're carrying...
Just a prank, bro.
Just a prank.
Thargoid shit. We don't want that back. We don't want that back. I'm leaving. That's what it could have been. I don't know. But
just
whatever.
messing with you, bro.
An empty high prediction.
SNTNL. Is there? Tell me, there's a way to say that, right? And I'm butchering that name again.
Sentinel.
Sentinel. Yeah, there we go. Sentinel 6. But I don't want to fight them. Other options would be nice, he says. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we fully agree.
We do fully agree. We would love to have other options.
That's the stance we've taken from the very beginning, pretty much. But we have had the option to so far.
And you know what?
From alien ally stickers that you can stick onto our ships, we had no option to actually act accordingly whatsoever.
Yep, and I seem to recall a long, long time ago a particular Mr. David Braben saying, how we interact with the Thargoids will depend on how the initial, or how they act with us will depend on the initial actions that we have against them. Well, what were the actions? Fight them or just do nothing at all? I mean, like, there's nothing fun in doing nothing at all. Nothing at all fun in doing nothing at all. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, gotcha.
Hey, look at this. I'm gonna go scan this planet.
Oh my god, my laptop is cooking. It's like my keyboard is like 60, 70 degrees right now. It's hot. I can't touch it.
Taking heat damage. Taking heat.
I'm gonna be done.
Yeah.
Spatula, I am not in FleetCom. Commander Abside says, isn't the story supposed to bump in direction of Guardians? Well, yeah, they have said that we're going to learn a lot more about the Guardians.
And if I recall, FX-17, they did tease those weapons that looked a lot like Guardian tech, and we still haven't heard or anything of those in the game. So there might still be a twist to the whole story, but we just haven't seen it yet. Now, and it's taking its time.
And on that note, I don't remember whose video. Maybe it was Obsidian Ants, or maybe I missed something, but I remember hearing something about them saying that that's going to present some type of personal storyline. Like, where did this come from? I don't remember reading anything about it, but I heard this somewhere in a
yeah, I know video. What you mean. I'm trying to sort it into context right now.
I'd love to know what that's all about.
Maybe somebody in chat knows precisely, because I do recall that being said, but I don't know if it was exactly in that context with those Guardian weapons.
Well, that's what I recall it being about, was something about the Guardian weapons, and basically that the Guardian story would present some type of personal, like, solo story for commanders to play. By the way, we are just pulling up on the destination planet.
Josh, I think that was during the 24 live stream. There was a video section from David Braben. I think that's where he said that.
Was it? Okay.
Right? Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe it's going to be like a chain mission that you have to do to unlock the... Well, hopefully it's not like the original one where you got to go and bring the 100 pieces of information and all of that BS that never worked. I'm curious if anyone ever got all of that. Guardian stuff where you had to scan all of the different...
I think some people did, yeah.
I don't even know if I have that mission on this one here. No, I don't. Long gone. Alright, is this the giant crater that I'm flying towards right now?
When it was bugged.
Must be.
The bugs put most of us off. Ah, right. Oh, we seem to have quite a gathering in your group here, Mr. Hawkins.
Do we now?
Nice.
We
Seems
do
some
indeed.
people switched over.
Okay.
Indeed, yeah.
Well, I am
Just popped
coming
over
up
there.
on
We've got,
the giant crater right now. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I see one
Hashtag
over in
instancing.
distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us.
And
here
then
at least.
instancing happened. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, there's 10 of us.
Well, we'll see what happens. So 10's better than 700, because then instancing will definitely not work. Oh, this is a high G planet, right?
Because you're dropping in on Lily's signal, aren't you? So
yeah.
That's this instance.
Okay, so let's try not to squash myself. In order to do that, I'm going to come in at a very shallow descent. Because as you can see, I've already got 3.37 Gs coming in on this, and I'm still 500 kilometers above the planet. So let's take a 25-degree descent down towards the planet and see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you're careful now, because Plater's just turned up in the stream, and Plater loves to see people crash.
Alright, we'll see what happens here. Dun dun dun. Can we get some...
Belly flop! Yeah, that one time I could shine with super nicely executed belly flop, and I can't because I don't have horizons here.
Oh, you went on an expedition and you don't have horizons.
You know, the first time I organize an expedition on my own, and I largely take part in it properly. Typical.
Plater says, if I made it, anyone can. Yeah, that's right.
Plato landed on a planet. Anything is possible.
Yeah, you could just ask Spatula about his landing. That was, we had
Spectacular.
a laugh.
Can you call that a landing? Because I don't think he walked away from that.
All right, let's see if...
No, not the first time.
100 kilometers from Lily's wing signal. A 25-degree descent. Maybe, possibly. Wow. It's amazing how high G planets will really just pull you down, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm definitely... Oh, I made it.
I don't think you properly understand the gravity of this situation.
Aha. Aha. Aha.
Oh, yeah, there's everyone. Well, I don't think this ship is going to have any problem with high G. I've got 4A thrusters on here and an A-rated power distributor, so I think I'm going to be just fine.
Yes, everybody says that. Famous last words. I'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I think actually I haven't bothered landing on anything higher than this one before in the past. Normally I just don't, you know, too high I say, just don't bother. So, but, you know, it was easy enough if you're just careful, that's all.
A little bit of boost just to help out. Yeah, it's the landing.
Yeah,
it's that last kilometer that hurts.
What do you call those? You know, when you over-rig your car's suspension, people are bouncing up and down, jumpy cars. You know.
I have no
Lowriders.
Lowriders.
Lowriders. Yeah, we've got some lowrider Anaconda action.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing site.
Deploying landing gear.
Is that? Oh, it's Lily's contra is low riding.
I should have done this with flight assist off.
Not a good idea. I saw somebody try it.
Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
No. There we go. Oh! Oh! Someone just blew up.
What was that?
That was an SRV
Oh, boy.
exploding.
Okay.
Okay, not a ship, just an SRV. Yeah. Well, we've made it. Here we are at 46 Upsilon Sagittarii. The surface gravity is 3.9 Gs, and we've got several commanders sitting around gathering.
I think Upsilon Sagittarii is more suitable here.
Upsilon. There we go.
Upsilon, totally. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do two things here real quick.
I'm off to your left there somewhere, I think.
Well, I am going to quickly rebind the keys for my external camera. And I'll probably have to do the same thing for my SRV. But let's see what happens. Where is it? Camera suite. Toggle. Camera suite. F12. SRV, toggle camera suite. Same thing. F12. Oh. What, you can't do it for both? That is ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. The camera suite for the SRV and the ship have to be bound to different keys.
Oh, J Funky. J Funky saying this place has changed too much. No one recognizes me. Josh, notice me and that I am back. We know, Funky. We know you're back.
We
Don't
certainly
worry.
did. Welcome back, J Funky. Okay, let's see. Previous camera. I should probably watch my video for this. Free camera. Here we go. Increase speed. Decrease speed. Forward access. Yeah. Full range.
Valorov says.
And can
back,
other
Funky.
people
Now fetch me a cuppa?
can other people actually see your ship name? Censored for them, like Plater's was. He named his ship St. Jude. You know, for the hospital that we're collecting money for, and that was censored for some reason.
That's a weird thing. No, I don't think I can. Let's see. No, it actually says more than 40% on it. I can see that. Yeah, I have to sort of zoom in because I'm about 300 meters away, but the camera, I can just make it out. It says more than 40%. Excellent.
Roll axis. I don't know if this is yaw axis. This is the yaw axis here. Okay. We're lateral axis? What the hell is the lateral axis? Move left, move right. That should be bound to this here. Oh, you don't want to register that one? This is why I need a new joystick. Never mind. Okay. Pitch up, pitch down. That's all good. Decrease blur, blah, blah, blah. Zoom in, zoom right. Camera controls, toggle. Stabilizer. I don't remember what button that was assigned to. Attach, detach camera was that. Camera ship controls was that one. And don't ask me which one stabilizer. We'll say C. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if this works.
So he's got a Xeno tag, and it says more than 40%.
That's
caption this contest.
That is what my ship is. Okay, we gotta switch this. The detached camera was actually this one. Yes. This was stabilizer. There we go. Let's see if that works. Enter free camera, T5. Okay, so there's something wrong with that. Oh, why did my key bindings... You know, that is one of the worst things to happen in a game, is to come back and after 3 years of playing, your key bindings somehow, like, disappear.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Yeah.
That should never happen. Attach, detach camera.
You have to save them, back them up somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but here it is. It says attach, detach cameras, T5 or C. So apply. Then I go back over to here, and then I'm on here, and it says key not bound. I don't understand why. Let's try going back in there. Yeah. What the hell is going on here? Okay. Oh, whoa, that's definitely wrong. That's definitely wrong. Okay, so we got to invert the yaw axis. We have to invert the roll axis. Once we get this fixed, we're good to go, guys. Sorry about this. It's just something that needs to be done. Okay, roll inverted. Okay, not inverted, rather. Roll not inverted. Let's go. Pitch should probably be inverted. That's good. That's good. This is definitely wrong. This is not supposed to be a roll. That's good. That's up and down. Dun, 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 dun. Anyone who's ever had problems setting up their camera control suite, there is a video on my YouTube channel that explains how to do this properly, but it's been a long time, so I'm just trying to get it done quickly here. Move up, move down is right.
Yeah, Lily's Condor is, yes, excited to be here, I think we can say.
Is it erected?
Oh, here, move right.
It's just doing the excessive bouncing thing.
Move left.
49%
okay.
hull, though. You'll end up as Commander 40 if you're not careful, Lily.
Yeah, be careful what you do there.
Get that thing out of here.
Okay, this is all good now.
I'm assuming it is damaging itself. I can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's damaging itself, but it's still got its shield up. So it's one of these instancing things, you know.
Okay, well, this is good enough. I'll fix a few of the other things after. So let's see who we've got here. Oh, that is as far as the camera's going to go. This is a really cool paint job for... which one is this? I recognize this. This was from some event.
Well, let me check the stream. I might be able to tell you.
Don't remember what it was for, but I do remember that. Is that you, Turgeon? No, you're in an asp. That's you over here, right?
I'm an asp, yeah.
That one, that's the Dazzle paint job.
The which one?
The Dazzle paint job. It's a package for it only available for and the Federal Assault Ship, I think.
Yeah, it's almost part of the 40% club.
Look at the little dolphin that says Danish on the side of it. And Commander Dangus is parked sideways in his asp. Good job. Alright, who else we got here? A couple of anacondas. Let's get into the SRV and see if everything is all messed up there too. Oh, can't get into the SRV because we have to enable our... Where is it? Planetary vehicle hangar. There we go. Deploy. That's the same one Harry Potter used to kill Salome, apparently. Oh my goodness. Lily, I'm out of control here. Apparently, my key bindings are not fixed for the SRV either, so please don't ram into my ship and blow me up. That's all going to have to get fixed. You know what? Since I can't go backwards in the SRV right now, let's just park it back in the ship. And let's talk about Commander Takoso's post, which is kind of cool.
Aye.
Because I cannot back up my ship, unfortunately. Board ship. Okay. That I can bring up here, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and bring up Commander Takoso's post. Oh, you know what I saw on Reddit, actually? There was a really interesting post. I've got that right up here as well. I'll put the picture up on the stream before we talk about Takoso's, because this is a lot quicker to do. Let's see, get an image up here. Image, Brocast. Today is January 14th. Was it this one? Yeah, here we go. Let's put this one up on the screen for a second. This was really cool. Check out that image and tell me if you have ever seen this. I'm going to read this post off Reddit and tell you what the heck it was. There it is. So, posted by SNEM. I guess that's Commander SNEM, I don't know. So, tourist installation orbiting BD plus 22 38785, a water planet within the Dumbbell Nebula. And I've never seen anything like this before. There's some very interesting comments that I can't read on the stream because this is a family-friendly channel, mind you.
That's a megaship, though, right?
It's not a megaship. It's a tourist installation.
But where's the docking thing? 'Cause
you can't
at the
dock
bottom,
with it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's why I thought it's a megaship.
That chunk at the top should be. It looks like an Orbis, but without the chunk at the top.
Right?
Yeah.
It looks like an
And
Orbis
the bottom
station.
is the usual cockpit part of a megaship.
It looks like it, right? It
The
looks like
west
that's
side.
the control center. Unfortunately, you cannot dock with it, apparently. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger here so we can take a look at just one part of it that I want to show you.
Where is that? That's a filming location, that is.
It certainly is.
It'd be a...
Hold on, let me just make this a little bit bigger because I kind of want to zoom in on this one thing. Look at this. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. It says Tranquility's Stop. It's got like one of these ginormous signs in front of it. I mean, like for the size of that thing, that sign is just like incredibly huge.
Look at the size of it.
It's ridiculous. And I thought it was really interesting because, like, I've never heard of a tourist station before. Of course, you know, saying Tranquility's Stop, you think you would actually be able to stop there and park your ship would be kind of cool. But I wonder how many of these in the game before. Let us know in the chat if you have. I am super, super curious to know how many more of these things exist and if this is something that we're going to see a lot more of moving forward. So there's Tranquility's Stop. I'm going to post the name of... Here, I'll put this in chat. I'm just going to copy this.
I'll just put what it's titled as.
Tourist installation. Oh, yeah, okay, you got the title as well. There, if you look in the chat, you can copy-paste that if anyone wants to go check it out. The system is right over there, so you're certainly welcome to go and take a look. That is not one of the destinations on the Enigma Expedition. However, if anyone wants to write it down and bookmark it for a later date, certainly something interesting to check out. In fact, I am going to copy and go into my galaxy map right now and bookmark it myself, just so I remember to go check that out another time. So let's go here, galaxy map. I want to see where that is actually. Dumbbell Nebula, right? BD plus 22 3878. Where is that? Here it is. Let's bookmark that. And we're going to rename the bookmark. We're going to call it Tranquility's Stop. Save. So it's not actually that far from the bubble. It's a little closer than where we are right now. Very interesting. I bet the view from that thing is fantastic. A very nice filming location, Turgeon. You're absolutely right. Since
yes, I've bookmarked that.
Yeah. For any of you YouTubers out there who want to make a video and film from that location, I'm sure they get some great views, some great screenshots. We're getting a nice pile up of ships here happening right in front of me. And while we do that, let's go ahead and pull up this screen here. Now, this is what I wanted to show off Commander Takoso's post. Calling Commander Takoso. Calling Commander Takoso. Are you here, Commander Takoso? If you are, let us know in chat, and we'll drag you in here. I'd love to hear your own thoughts on this. Let's see if I can't do this in the meantime. He's not there, huh?
No, Discord, certainly.
Add browser. No, browser source, display capture, window capture. There we go. Let's just bring this in. Wow, that is not right. Hold on a second here. Let's try that again. OBS. Let's see if we can fix you up now. Just trying to get this fixed properly so that you can actually see it. Ah, there we go. Okay, shrink that down a little bit, and shrink this down a little bit, and shrink this down a little bit. Okay, that should be visible on the screen. Let's bring that up. So here we are. This is Commander Takoso's crew concepts. So we're going to read this out. Commander Takoso posted... No, and I just screwed it up again. God damn it. It's so finicky. If I shrink this window, am I still going to be able to see it? Bear with me here a second, gentlemen. I'm trying to fix this so that everyone can see what the hell I'm looking at, but OBS is weird. Okay, that should work. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Voila. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got Elite Crew Concepts. Elite Dangerous NPC Crew Concept. Methods for creating story/motivation skills and a different depth, plus NPC cosmetics income. So as you can see here, he's got an image of a ship. He's been doing a little bit of a Scorbius work here, it looks like. Scorb, did you have anything to do with this? I don't know how he got the clothing in there.
Tom loves his Photoshop tinkeries. Yeah.
It's great though. He's even
he's actually pretty good at that.
Oh,
he also did those different mock-ups of ships in environments for the YouTube project that we put on Reddit.
He's got shadows on them even. Look at that. These characters are carrying shadows on the floors, so it's very well done. So let's scroll down here, see what it says. Stories Elite are purely background, like the news IRL. Having NPC crews with backstories and personalities would offer ways to have emotive narrative. Anyone who's lost a high-ranked pilot knows how much they mean to you. This investment could add more depth as we actually give a S about someone in the game. Small ships may not need crew, but larger one will need a crew just to run. These NPCs could have skill trees and also wants and needs. Achilles robots could be used by players who don't want crew management but want abilities/perks, etc. And of course, he's got the NPCs walking around here in a station. And there's a pigeon. I want to point out there is a pigeon right there on the floor. Can I zoom in on the pigeon? Yeah, there's the pigeon right there. So there's a pigeon in there. This says... hold on, I can make this a little bit bigger even so that it's... hang on one sec. Because if I zoom in on the picture, it's easier to look at. No, that screws it up. Anywho, moving right along. He says, small ships may only be able to have one crew member. Larger ships will require a crew to actually run and may have slots for multiple crew and ranks. Finding better crew members and ranking up crew would be a long-term goal. You could have a large pool of crew to choose from for different ships, i.e. smuggling, rich traders with connections for better deals, pirates with no morals, trained scientists with interest in stellar phenomenon. Yay, I like that one. That would be awesome. And then he's got like this little mock-up of the screen here. So you got commander, then you have engineering, chief, repair, and what does that say? Stealth. Okay, sure. I guess you can have a stealth there. Then you have the bridge, nav, helm, science, and there's a blank one. And then you have flight crew. Says head of staff, security, translator, chef, and entertainer down over there. So it's very, very interesting. Very well thought out as far as like how the crew would work. And, you know, obviously with ships these size, obviously you could put a lot of crew in there because think of how many passengers you can carry on some of these ships.
You can.
Now he gets into crew skills, specializations, and abilities. So I love this graphic that he has about grav boost and grav lock. It's very interesting. So what he says, crew could have abilities that offer us monetary bonuses and some, what does that say? Oh, quality of life abilities. These are not meant to undermine engineers, but add more ways to play and also give the crew value. Why have crew? How do they make the game better? Why care about them? Engineering, FSD. Now I'm going to zoom in on this. I don't know if it's visible. Let's see. Can I make this? Yeah, I have to make this a bit bigger so you guys can see it when I zoom in. So it says engineering FSD, gravlock, gravitational braking for super crews. The harder you brake, the more damage you take. Feels dangerous. Grav boost, engage near gravity wells to create slingshot style boosts. Can damage FSD. Align with Excel corridor. God, I love the idea of grav boosts, and it's so weird that it works kind of like the opposite in Elite Dangerous, you know, like everything we've learned about like slingshotting around planets by using the gravity well to speed up. Instead, in Elite Dangerous, you slow down as you get close to planets, which makes absolutely zero sense to me. And if someone can explain the science behind that, I would love to hear why we slow down. Clickety click 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 click. Turgeon, your keys, Jesus.
Well, the science behind it is that our FSD works depending on mass, depending on where it is in the gravitational field in space. That's also why FSDs get mass locked if there's a big ship or a station next to you. And that ties into your frameshift drive speeds. If you're next to a massive body, they get slower. Why exactly they have to get slower, I don't know. I just know that the speed is tied to how deep in the gravity well you are.
So basically the FSD drive is like riding gravity or using gravity to propel along. It's like it's grabbing onto the gravitational field and kind of like dragging you along.
It's more like it's hindered by gravity.
Like yeah, it's like aquaplaning on the motorway, you know.
Well,
if one of your wheels goes into the water, you're just pulled over to that side of the road. So that's what gravity's like with your FSD.
I guess in a way that could make sense. I mean, when you're near a massive body, it's stretching space-time. It's literally like stretching it out. So the FSD needs to pull
with your frameshift with your frame.
Yeah, so like I said, it's almost like it's attached to like the gravity wells or to gravity itself,
it is,
right?
After all, shifting the frame of space and of space-time.
Right. So I get okay, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Immersion maintained. Still, it would be great if we had like an FSD off or a FSD assist off, you know, like
I know what you mean, like
as you fly towards the star, you just like turn FSD off and just slingshot around the star.
On that one.
Exactly. It would be awesome. I mean,
like it.
You know, that would be a cool way to use like the Newtonian physics in the game.
I mean, you kind of already can. If you really whiz past a planet, you will not slow down as fast. Like there is some impulse to your ship. There is some weight to your ship. You won't be instantly slowed down, just depending on how deep in the gravity well you are. You can actually fly past planets pretty quickly.
But you slow down as you get closer to them. Even when you're going fast, you're still automatically slowing down. It took me a long time to actually get used to that
initial speed.
Automatic slowing down thing. I found that a little bit strange. But it would be cool if you could just kind of like turn it off and then do like he's got in this image over here, like this grav boost and like slingshot around a planet would be awesome. Be a really interesting way for explorers to, you know, take risks and use a star's gravity to get further in the system, like especially if there's like another star that's 600,000 light seconds away from the primary.
Especially since that's what's like taking a lot of time for an explorer who actually scans objects.
Exactly.
And flying around in system is a big part of the time that he's gonna spend out there in the black. So speeding that up by taking risks, for example, risks or things, activities that you can get good at, you know, that you can be very efficient about. I could see that being fun.
Like that, and that follows right along with the whole risk-reward gameplay that you want in any part of a game, really. And
that they said they want as well.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, there's a great idea right there. Is now the way that he's got it, and let me just make that a little bit bigger. I think that should work now for actually blowing this image up. Yeah, okay. So the way that he's got it is he has like grav boost, right? So it's like part of these crew skills, and if you had a crew in your engineering that would be able to add that in there, someone who could manage the FSD while you're doing this grav boost, that would allow you, the pilot, to engage in some type of grav boost, and of course you would have a risk. There would be like an overheating, or you know, I'm assuming overheat would probably be the risk.
Smashing into the planet,
or smashing into the star entirely, you know, which is something that we can't do right now.
Smashing into planets. If you wanted to see a T10, have a look. Have a look right
Oh, we've got one there? Okay.
Scorb has landed.
Ah, the Scorbius has landed. All right, let's get into free look here. I can already see it from the spoiler. Scorb, why did you have to land so damn far away? Hang on a second.
Yeah, Tom has some excellent ideas there. Beautifully presented, as always. I hope FDev are paying attention.
I don't have zoom in bound to a key here. Let me fix that real quick. Controls, please fix the controls. Okay, move,
Epic
move.
Key binding interlude.
God, don't even talk to me about it. Zoom. Let's go there. Zoom. Oh, no. Increase zoom. That's what we want. Increase zoom. Decrease zoom. Okay. This is decrease blur, increase blur. There we go. Apply. Und dann, there we go. Hey, look, it's a D10 with the wings folded already. I guess that's what happens automatically when they land.
Yeah, you might want to take that picture off the stream so people can actually
right.
see what you're looking at.
There we go. There's the T10. That zoomed in as much as I can. Hey, Scorb, fly a little closer, would you? I'm sure you can manage to scooch that ship a little closer, right?
I don't think so. Take your SRV out.
No way. My key bindings for the SRV aren't set, so I'm not going to do that. There it is. It's a pretty cool looking ship. I mean, it looks just like a T9 with wings and a spoiler. Anything else different about it aside from the domes on the top?
Well, aside from the fact chat can't see it still because you've still got that picture up.
Here, let's watch Scorb try and fly in a high G.
And Blair F is saying now it's a Brocast because people still can't see because you've still got that picture on the stream.
What do you mean?
They can't see. They can't see.
Okay, here we go.
We are just staying true to our roots. What do you expect?
Okay, we're watching Scorbius now try to manipulate the T10 and crush everyone as he's doing it. Watch out, SRVs. Everyone in an SRV, just back up. Careful. There you go, Scrub. That's the way you want to do it. Just scoot along the ground. Scoot along the ground. Yeah, that's when he needs, like, the truck beeping.
Cattle coming through.
Beep, beep, beep. There we go. He's landed. Well, that's better. Now we can see a little bit more. I'm still at the edge of my camera. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's. Oh wow! Look how big it is compared to an SRV. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's got like the little missiles, or looks like missiles underneath the wings over there, kind of like a fighter plane.
Yeah, you go into Yamix territory to describe what they are with all those expletives.
Yeah, I've already watched Yamik's video on the T10, and yeah, exactly.
Like fuel tanks, but they're not. So, yeah.
You know, I'm watching all these little SRVs come around and swarm the T10 right now, and it's really making me think how cool it would be if when you landed your ship at a station, if a bunch of little rovers or something, AI controlled robots just came up and started like repairing your ship. I miss that. I miss the little details from a space game like that. And there's been quite a few space games that have done something similar. Oh, look at the way that the legs just prop that thing up when he's dropping into his SRV. Very cool. Yeah, honestly, I hate to say it, I'm totally with Yamix on this one. I am not at all impressed with the T10. I think the spoiler is the dumbest thing that they could have done to that ship. It is the most uncool looking ship I've ever seen.
I love the engines. I'm not spoiler.
Well, you know what?
I still think it's a good looking ship, but those fuel pods and the spoilers kind of don't make so much sense.
They could have added...
It could have been cooler.
Yeah, they could have added cooler engines onto a new ship. But Elite Dangerous just loves to just take existing models and just, like, manipulate them a little bit. I mean, it's not at all creative. I feel like...
Well, the Chieftain is going to be new. That's not...
Even the Chieftain has assets from other ships. You can see it when you look at it. It does...
Yeah, the engines. I see that. Yeah.
And I mean, okay,
the
granted...
engines are the same, I think, like on the Dolphin. Has the same engines itself.
Look, I get it. It's like, okay, if you drive a Honda Civic and you look at a Honda Accord or any other Honda, they look kind of similar. So Lakon is going to produce ships that are the same. But we need more manufacturers, okay? I'm getting tired of looking at the same Lakon ships. Just recycled.
I've put a picture up in admin for you of where I think, why I think they stuck a spoiler on the T10.
I don't even know what that is.
No, well, you wouldn't, you see. That's Skyship 1 from the film Thunderbird 6.
Skyship 1? Never heard of it before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Thunderbird 6, the film. And it's an old one. And it's huge. That's the point. It's a huge, ridiculously large ship. Flying ship. And that's why I think they've stuck that spoiler on the T10. It's a sort of tongue-in-cheek designer's nod towards Jerry Anderson.
I suppose it could be. I mean, I have no idea what... Oh, hey, there we go. Sorry, I'm just moving the camera around here for a second. And forgot to show off the fact that at this waypoint, we have this incredibly large blue star. And we've got a really nice view from here. Let me put the camera so that we can all see that a little bit better. Okay, so
fisheye all the way.
Yeah, fisheye, exactly. It's the only way to get it out there. We'll leave that up on the screen for a second while we bring back Takoso's. Here we go. Let's bring that back. So let's...
Yeah, the spoiler is for the 2 extra utilities. Yeah, but whatever. Of course, they couldn't have fit on there without the spoiler, right?
No way. There's just no way.
No way.
They realised at a late stage in design, oh no, we need 2 more utility slots. There's nowhere to put them.
There's literally no way to put them because of all the ship.
I know. Let's put them on the spoiler.
So let's finish going through Takosa's stuff here, and then we have around 15 minutes left. I really love this idea of a grav boost or slingshot or whatever it is. I mean, just for this alone, and we don't necessarily need to have crew in the game to have this. I think it can be something that could be added in just without adding in the whole crew thing. But I think just this alone should be something that we should be petitioning Frontier for as explorers. Combat pilots wouldn't necessarily use it, but it would be a great explorer mechanic, and you know, anyone could use it just for fun if they wanted to experience like high G's and a slingshot effect. Maybe they could add like a blackout or a red out or whatever the heck it would be if you're going into super high G slingshots and, you know, overheating. But like I said, for explorers who want to get to a star that's really far off in a system, or planets that are really far off in a system, to use gravity to assist them and create a slingshot effect and go flying around a planet, a really high mass planet or a star, to speed up your approach or arrival. I think that would be a really cool thing. So let's look at what else he's got here. Heat creep. Ability to dissipate heat from weapons to other modules. Damages other modules. Overcharge. Ability to overcharge weapons for a limited time. Causes massive damage but could get a killer shot. Engineering reboot. FSD reboot. Rebootable to reduce FSD reboot times to but cause damage. Distributor boost. Limited extra pip for damage. So there's some interesting things there that crew could potentially do. He says NPCs should be either skill trees, so they or you choose their development direction, or they should have a seesaw effect. As you raise offensive, you lose defensive. So there's a risk-reward style effect. Players can go for balanced or extreme setups. You know, I just had a thought occur as I'm reading through this. All of this is really cool. There's some great ideas in here, but ideally, this shouldn't be NPC crew. This is what a multi-crew should be giving us. Each one of these things should be what a multi-crew crew member should be able to do on your ship, and there should be things for them to do in order to, you know, enable or disable these different effects. That's what multi-crew ought to be in this type of game, not just sitting in a gunner seat or flying a ship-launched fighter. So far it's a great idea, but I'd love to see this with actual players. Here's what we've got. NPC skill specializations, abilities, more ideas. Hang on one sec here. Gotta drink some unicorn tears out of my magic bottle. So what are we looking at here? No, Josh, just no. General Ghost doesn't like the idea of multi-crew having different roles aside from guns and ship-launch fighters, which are both combat-related roles, by the way. Again, nothing for explorers or anything other than the combat in the game doesn't get any love. Multi-crew is all combat. You know, Thargoids are all combat. There's nothing else for anything else in the game. What's this? Balrog UK says, they left out the warm towel and peanut dispenser for flight attendant. That could be a multi-crew role. Your job would be to dispense the warm towels and peanuts. Or pretzels.
Make patronizing announcements. You know?
You know, this is just
flying at an altitude of 5 light seconds.
Just an observation, and for anyone who's been on a plane several times, maybe we can get a confirmation on this. Has anyone ever seen a male flight attendant who is not extremely effeminate? Because all of the male flight attendants that I've ever seen on a plane are all like very, very effeminate, borderline, you know, it's
European ones, yeah.
I have to say, I had one on my flight to London, and yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, have you ever seen a male flight attendant on the plane like, all right, guys, listen up. I'm going to show you how to put on your seatbelts right now.
I cannot disprove your theory.
Well, Powerhouse has done a hell of a lot of flying around, so he's up to date with how these things are.
Where did he see that? Has he said that in the chat?
Yeah, he says he's seen manly male flights. I remember seeing some. many, many years ago. But as I say, I haven't flown for years.
I mean,
Yeah, the European ones.
maybe in the U.S. on U.S. flights. I don't know, because
Powerhouse says, yeah.
I've seen like videos like when a passenger acts up, you'll see like there's like 2 or 3 guys tackling him, and when they get these videos, they're like, oh my god, they abused the passenger. Okay, so you see like these guys jumping on him and like dragging him off the plane. I'm like, where are those guys on the Canadian flights that I've taken? You know?
I like what Keith Jones in chat says there. Coming home from New York City on Thomas Cook seemed to be staffed by male old age pensioners. Nice one. Do you want to put your bag in that rack, sir? I can't do it myself. My back. You'll have to do it. Put
Blair,
your bag up there yourself. Sorry, mate.
Blair F says he has. It was on a New Zealand flight. It was probably like a rugby player with in the down season, right?
with the Maori tattoos doing what is this shout dance called? This the
battle. He gets on the plane. That would be amazing.
I forget how it's called.
I think that they should start the flight
Jonah
with that.
Lomu as a flight attendant. That would be great.
I swear to God, if I got on a plane and they started doing that dance, I would never fly any other airline but that one, because that dance is incredible. And I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that is like the manliest dance I've ever seen, right? I can't imagine like a very effeminate guy doing that dance. Oogata! No.
You'd take note if they were telling you how to put your oxygen mask and your life preserver on doing that dance. You'd take notice.
You certainly
yes, boss,
would.
Of course I will, boss.
Yeah, I mean, like normally they're like,
mistake with that one, mate.
Can you
Scorp
please
is asking, should Lily's ship be on fire like this?
What? Someone's ship is
how
on
much
fire?
hull has he got left, Scorp? He had 49%. I logged off ages ago.
Let's take a look. Is someone's ship on fire? Whose ship is on fire?
Might just be visual artifact again.
Yeah, I don't see.
It's hard. I don't know if you can actually repair a ship on the ground.
No, you have to be like
500
200 meters off the ground. Yeah.
But I don't know if the ship that you're repairing has to be.
I don't see any ships on fire yet. Anyhow, you know what? we digress, as we often do on the Brocast. And let's see. Let's just quickly look at the remainder of Takoso's Reddit here, and you know what? We can put the link in for anyone who wants to take a closer look at it. So he's got different specializations for these crew members: navigation scan, science exploration, flight attendant, security / squad, keeping the peace, hit squad. Some interesting stuff there. And here's the crew roster, of course. Camille Toe. Is that because she's wearing like toe shoes? Oh, I don't even. No, never mind. Never mind. I read that wrong.
Really
zoom out. I was looking at her boots. I was looking at her boots. Okay, sure. Look at the boots. Seriously.
Oh, so you're so dirty.
His first guy's called Bic Razor. He's also got Harry Bastard. Oh, Takoso. Oh my god. Oh,
I love the robot.
The Roger. Yeah, flight attendant, light relief. Science and arguments. Science / arguments. Okay. All right. What is this? He's got a mock-up of what their...
That's the Expo outfit, isn't it there? It's a cool one, that.
So, Bic Razor, I grew up on Seven Holm and have close ties with Tamar Allied and Co-Federation. I used to run nav on big mining ships until I got bored of the grind. My brothers are still back there mining all the stones they can see, but I want more. They don't always understand that. I'm a hard worker, but I like to play hard too at life on board, as life on board can get pretty intense sometimes. I don't have a wife or kids, and I'm not looking for either. Did some rare trading out of Hutton, so may have a few contacts there if you ever pass by that way. That's really cool. I like he's got like these and story triggers.
That's out of the game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, hooks.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
one of the current random NPC stories you get with your fighter. example.
Yeah.
So look,
What he does here is, you know, actually
Just
take
hooks
those
in.
bits out
Yeah.
of the story and make story links out of it.
sure,
That there's
which is
actually
smart.
something behind that, not just flavor
Yeah.
text.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
I mean, the trouble with this flavor text is it's a load of bollocks a lot of the time, because you see a
Yeah.
harmless NPC pilot, and it finishes off with their description like, "I took out 3 pirates with a single torpedo. I'll tell you how once." Right, harmless.
So he says your crews can have backstories which have links to an area that gives the chance for storylines based around that to be called. NPCs have alignments, and doing immoral things may upset some crew, or not doing immoral things may upset other crew. So you can see he's got like satisfaction, energy, pay, rank, morality, mental health. Oh my god. Can't imagine my crew members' mental health. Holy crap. Charisma.
One of my favourite fighter pilots in the game, Tachyon, was a guy who had a history of drink. He's got a drink problem attached to him, and you never knew.
Really?
When yeah, you never knew. Exactly. When he launched into combat, you never knew if he was going to be drunk or sober. And if he was sober,
awesome.
he was astonishing pilot. You just set him on something, and he'll go straight off, mow it down in seconds. And his chat, and his voice chat is all, "I'm all over
awesome.
Commander like a bad wool sweater," things like that. But if you get him when he's drunk, you can see his ship spiraling off all over the place, and you go, "Get that guy."
I love that
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
Brilliant.
And you think, "Geez,
imagine those kind of details in Lead. That would be so
yeah,
good.
Love that. I always had that guy in Tachyon. He's my favorite guy.
So let's just quickly read the description for Camille Toe, the fighter / helm. Actually, let's not read it. I don't care. Skill specializations. You can see here how he's got like upgrades available. So of course, once they reach a certain level, you can upgrade them. Multi-jump, orbit, formation. Able to lock 3 fighters in formation. Able to approach a body and set ship into 2 light-second orbit. Some really cool ideas in here. Takoso's really gone in depth. I mean, holy crap! Look, he's even got
stuff that would come under Sandro's category. We'd love to see stuff like this in the game eventually, isn't it? This is Sandy's.
But that's exactly why we have
clause.
to proactively approach FDev with these kind of ideas, so they get the chance to go, "Oh well, we didn't think about that. That's actually a good idea. Maybe we should try to incorporate it." Or we already have something similar. Just wait and see.
Tom's presentation style here is awesome.
Yeah.
The visual look that he's got there, he's done the whole thing.
Just
hire him, for God's sake.
It's one of the things that I absolutely love about the community is the fact that, especially on Reddit, people will take the time to really think these things through and put together some really fantastic concepts of what the game could be. And some of these things, I mean, like, gosh, if we could hire all the people that have put together these concepts and put it into the game, think of what Elite Dangerous would be right now.
Yeah, most of them are Tom. Actually.
Most are they really? I mean, I never really noticed like if they were all Tom, but that's great if they are.
Just hire Tom; it would be easier.
So, you know what? If you want to go check that out, I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I'll slap that into. Oh, darn it. Did I already... Okay, here it is. I'm going to put the link in chat right now. There's the link in chat. You can go check those out. That's his concepts. You can find it on Reddit. It's pretty easy to find. It's one of the big upvoted ones. It's like 300 plus upvotes on Reddit if you're using Reddit as well. And I'll put it into the description of the stream here, just to make sure that that is also there. So that'll be saved if people want to go check that out on their free time, or if you're watching this after the fact. There's some really cool ideas and concept in there. Please, guys, petition FDev for that slingshot, that grav.
The link doesn't seem to work in chat.
The link doesn't work in chat? It's an Imgur link.
Well, people say it doesn't work. I don't know. Didn't try.
Oh. That's weird. Okay, hang on one second.
For me, it does work. It does lead me to Imgur with...
It didn't work for me when I clicked on the link, though. That's very strange. Hold on a second.
It did work for me. Well, that's...
Yeah, it works. It works.
Zoix, you've taken a wrong turn. Visit our gallery. Okay, well, that's
That's
strange.
odd. I just clicked what you put there, and it's taken me straight to it.
Works for some, doesn't work for
too.
others. Okay, well, anyhow, weird. Maybe it's just Imgur is acting up. Either way, we got to wrap up the show here, guys. Thanks so much for coming in, Turtle. Let's get some outro music. Thanks so much for watching the Brocast. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to join up with us here, you can. The expedition will be continuing. The link for the expedition is in the description below, so make sure to check out the waypoints. Get over there and join up with the Enigma Expedition. If you haven't done so already, click the like. Make sure to turn on subscription notifications, and you can check out the other videos that are going to appear over here. For now, this is another Brocast being wrapped up. I would like to say thank you so much for everybody joining in this week and supporting us. And we will see you all.
See you out in the black, gentlemen.
Out in the black, and next Sunday for another show. This is Commander Josh Hawkins signing off.
Bye,
and
boys.
I heard an explosion. See you later, all.